Guys, welcome back to my channel, Darksiders Comics. Today we're going to do Confederate Monster, issue number 2, created by Dave Schwartz. I have a lot to say about this book, and I'm going to say it at the end of the review, if you can call it that. So yeah, created by Dave Schwartz, who is also the writer, and I believe also the artist. Yeah, so the Confederates... I believe, has made a deal with the scientist. I call him Igor because he was at one time the assistant of Dr. Victor Frankenstein, and he changed his name. You can check my review at on my channel, Darksiders Comics, and maybe you can leave a like or a comment or subscribe to my channel. That would be nice. Moving on. So he tries to raise the dead because, the captain of the Confederates just killed his wife, or his would-be wife, cut her up. So, and if he is, working with them, if you can call it that, I just have my own circuits fried at the moment because my brain cells is damaged at this moment while reading this comic. So he does everything to get her back. So he tries to unlock the secrets of Dr. Victor Frankenstein. And I'm not sure if this is the captain. I forgot his name. His name is not also really mentioned here. So I just call him the Confederate boss, or the captain, or the colonel, or the major. It doesn't really matter because I'm really not invested in this comic at all. So basically he says, how does your work come along? And he says, well, I cannot do it. I tried everything. I used every chemical. I used every method. I cannot bring these creatures back to life. So he says then at some point, yeah, well, you may be right. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to decipher them. And said, you have the private notes of Victor from Frankenstein? He says, yes, because that's how we found you. So he wants to take a crack at the codes, but it seems that he cannot decipher them because although he was Victor Frankenstein was his mentor, Frankenstein himself, doesn't share everything with Igor at that time. He was an Igor student, but he just don't know everything Victor Frankenstein. Only Victor knows that, but he is in an asylum. So the dude says, no, we have him here. Hey, that's convenient. I said, what? Yeah, because it seemed it was part of the plan. So before they reached out to Igor, they reached out to Victor Frankenstein to, crack the code or help them with the raising the dead, because they need undead armies to win the war. And so they locked him up, but it seems that when Dr. Victor Frankenstein was in an asylum, they did a pretty good number on him, and he is now utterly insane. Okay. So yeah, he's crazy. He's just mutters mumbo jumbo. And Igor says, hey, Victor, it's me. I need your secret, man, to reanimate the matter of life and death. No, Victor shouts, you wake the monster, you wake him. He is always watching in the blackness. So, okay. Meanwhile, he goes to sleep, Igor, because he thinks all is lost and that he cannot see his wife ever again. And then he has a dream, and he sees Victor Frankenstein in his cells, not crazy, but quote-unquote normal. And Victor says to Igor that he is proud of him, what he has accomplished, and that he is a good student. But then he says, thank you, Victor, but I'm in need of one more favor, old friend. I need you to know how to decipher the journal. He says, no, it must never reveal the secret underneath, Victor. How did you do it? How did you bring the dead man back to life? Never! I will never see the light of. The light of the flame reveals it all. So ego press on, and then somehow the nightmare of the dream turns into a nightmare, and he sees Victor transforming into a monster, and then he wakes up. But from the dream, he picks up the clues, which is not really that, secretive. So he figured out how to what the clue is. So he put the paper, and then he does this, and then the secret is revealed, and that's going into the next book. Yes, that's it. So this whole book, 20 pages, by the way, is nothing more than cracking a code. There's nothing happening. There's no dying. There's no fighting. There's no just moving the plot a little bit forward. Now, I don't mind that in general, but there's 3 issues, right? I just reviewed the first one, which is this one. That was, I believe, 40 pages. This is 40 pages, right? So then we have issue 2, his 20 pages, and then the third one, spoiling everything, is also 20 pages. Why not put this book together like this one? Or better yet, why not put issue number 1, issue number 2, issue number 3, and made an 80-page giant instead of wasting a lot of paper on covers and printing and whatever. Just do it all at once, or just do 2 40-page, because there's nothing happening here. Just, okay, we get to see where and who Frankenstein is, but it's also here on the cover. There's no surprises. Just okay, we have this guy, you need to decipher, crack a code to reanimate the dead. And he has a nightmare, and the clues comes, and that's it. This is not really worth it. I have to be fair. This whole set cost only $20, quote unquote only. I mean that with crowdfunding. So for a crowdfunding book, this is actually pretty affordable. So you have 80 pages, and you get it all rolled into one. You can read it in one sitting if you want, but I really don't get why you split it in three books. It doesn't make any sense. Why make a 20-page book? Why make number 1 40-page and then the last 2 20 pages? I really don't get that. That baffles my mind. What also baffles my mind, and which has nothing to do with the review, I just looked here on my computer here in front of me, I see the stretch goals. Now, Dave Schwartz explained that he wants to do something with the stretch goals, but I really don't get that. I mean, the stretch goals is if you are backing a comic, or you want to back a comic, the more that people back, then if people are making the stretch goals, by the way, I forgot that, you get a reward for backing that book. So the more people pledges an X amount of money, that's the higher the amount of money goes, which unlocks a bonus, a thing that you get for free. Let's say a bookmark or a sticker or a magnet or maybe more pages or better paper quality. Just throw random stuff out there. Dave did something different. He had a 6,000 stretch goal. That was his first one, which unlocks a 20-page prequel comic in black and white interiors, which looks really cool, but you don't get that for free. It just unlocks it. Only people who pledge $50 or more get it for free. So this is more if you are, let's say, go to your payment page, which, for PayPal, then you can add that comic on top of your order. And he does that also with the other stretch goals. So that means he made, let me see, $8,000. Well, that's in euros. How many is that? $8,886 from the whole 3 books. That's nice. That's really nice. But me, as a backer, don't get anything except for these books. I don't have any stretch goals or stickers or bookmarks. Now, personally, I don't care about that. I really am. But I know there's a lot of people who do care about that. So I am very confused. So we have only 1 issue left with only 20 pages that has to reveal everything or, make a conclusion. I haven't read that, so I can't comment on that. But I don't think it's going to pay off because it's only 20 pages. Now, I cannot say that you cannot do it in 20 pages. Of course you can, but I'm not sure, man. I have a bad feeling about this. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope the payoff will be good, and I'm going to review this on a later date. But for now, I have my doubts. I really have. I mean, the story is interesting. The premise is interesting. I'm not sure about the payoff. But we'll leave it in the middle. I hope I'm wrong. And that brings us to the end of the video. Guys, thank you so much for watching. More goodies coming soon. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.